Morning guys, how are we doing? Okay, Monday morning. Iced fucking cold. Fucking hell, it's freezing. Gonna go pitch black here for a little bit just as we're walking into some light. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm super focused for tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you can think it's Sunday already. So if you're on audio, obviously just please as always just do drop me a review. If you haven't already, you're going to scroll down and get in there, and then obviously if you're watching this, do share it with me, share it for me, and you can get it out and help hopefully somebody for today. So we're going to do a quick sort of level up and figure out where you are and where you're operating. I did this with the Brotherhood about 3-4 weeks ago, and it really gave a lot of them a kick up the arse that they needed. So think about your life right now, how you're living your life in terms of the 4 quarters that we talk about: health, relationships, work, personal development, and kind of have a look at each one of those areas of your life. Morning guys, morning Simon. And I think sometimes we need to have a little bit of self-reflection, because we need to be honest with ourselves and not lie to ourselves. And I think sometimes we think we're doing okay when actually we're not, and we almost sort of self-sabotage ourselves that way. Self-sabotage our way that way because we lie to ourselves about where we are in terms of our development. In terms of our development and where we are and moving through life and trying to deal with everything that's coming. Morning, Rich. And I think sometimes we need to figure out where we're operating at. So, you know, are you a bronze, are you a silver, or are you a gold? Are you running at gold right now? And obviously gold's what we want to be running at. You know, we want to be trying to take control of our lives. We want to be taking control of our fitness, of our nutritional decisions, our life decisions, controlling our emotions, the work-life balance, you know, the whole shenanigans that I usually talk about. It's like, where are we right now? Where are you? You know, and if you're not performing very well right now and you're not very self-motivated or self-committed, and you're not really backing yourself up, you know, you're going to be looking at like a bronze. And, you know, are you happy with bronze? I wonder how many athletes that get bronze are actually super happy with bronze underneath. They might be smiling on the podium, but thinking, I should be up there on gold. You know, and this does take some honesty. You know, sometimes you have to say, look, well, I'm not fucking performing to the best of my ability. And I think that self-reflection almost needs action. You know, it's easy to say tomorrow. It's easy to say I'll get it done Monday. It's easy to fucking procrastinate, bury your head in the sand, say it's going to be all right. You know, I get around to it eventually, but eventually we won't be here because it'll be too late. You know, all those years will have passed. The more and more people keep coming into the Brotherhood that are a little bit older, and it's quite obvious that a lot of those people, when I speak to them privately, regret a lot of the neglect that they gave themselves. So what level are you running at? You know, if you want to comment down below, for sure, do that. It'd be good for you to do that, and why you are running at that low. That interaction and honesty will help you be able to move forwards. Let me just switch around. See that moon? That there in the middle is the moon. It is absolutely insanely large. So I want you to look at what level you're running at now, and I want you to almost set yourself a goal about what level you do want to be running at. You know, if you're not performing right at the minute, if you're making excuses, if you are overweight, you know, what are you going to do about it? And you know, just as a coach, that's sort of I question you. You know, what are you going to do about it, and by when? That, you know, it's really important to put a deadline. Digby, pack it in. It's really important to put a deadline. Fuck off, man. Put a deadline on when you're going to be able to overcome this and achieve what you want to achieve. You know, you might be sitting there in your car right now, you might be sitting at home watching this right now, and you're probably saying to yourself, well, fucking hell, I'm pretty much a bronze because I'm not working out, I'm eating shit, work's overloading me. So what are you going to do about it? Okay, I'm giving you a bronze medal. Like, what are you going to do to get to silver? If you're on a silver medal, so silver medal, you know, you're just doing a little bit of workout, you know, you're getting your nutrition here and there, you're getting your routines here and there, Okay, it happens, it's up and down, it's fluctuated, at least you're doing something, right? And then gold is like, you're in full control of your life. You're in control of the actions that you're taking, you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of your transitions from work to personal space, making time for the family, prioritising all the stuff that matters. That's gold, that's the aim, that's the key, that's what we're working at. And gold takes sometimes months and months of training, just like any athlete. It takes practicing good habits, it takes good practicing good routines, it means practicing various structures, but maybe not necessarily getting it the first time, maybe not the second, but third or fourth time of trying. You can consistently over a long period of time, and being committed is going to help you get to hopefully where you want to be. So be honest with yourself, ask yourself where you are, ask yourself how you're going to get to the next level, and ask yourself if you want to get to the next level. If you don't, then fucking stay at bronze. It's your life, it's the way you live it. Everyone else around you wants you to be gold. If you just want to stick at bronze, then you want to stick at bronze. There's nothing anyone can do about it. So I'm going to finish just short and sharp this morning. It really is a reflection exercise for you to take away, so to speak. So if I was to ask you, I heard this the other day, if I was to ask you to write your own autobiography right now of your life that you've lived right now, would you be inspired yourself? Would you be inspired by yourself? So if you used to write your autobiography right now, would you be inspired by yourself? Instead of saying you only live once, okay, because we only live once, let's make the most of it. But let's talk about right now, in the present moment, at this very point. If you were to write an autobiography on yourself, would you be inspired? And I think that's all you need to know about where you are right now. So what if it hasn't gone your way so far? So what if you're 42 years old and maybe you are getting divorced and things haven't gone your way? It doesn't mean that for the next 20, 30, 40 years you can't be inspired and you can't be something more and you can't live a better life. Because you can, and you will, hopefully, if you keep watching this. But you've got to start thinking about the future. You've got to start thinking about 10 years from now and how you're living your life. You've got to start thinking about if your kid's 5 or 6 years old now, in 10 years time they're going to be 15 and 16 and still need their dad. In 20 years they're going to need your money for your marriage, for their marriage, and you want to see them get married. And if you're performing at bronze right now, okay, unless you do anything about it, performing at bronze in 10 years is going to be a lot harder. Performing at bronze in 20 years, it's going to be even twice as hard. So start thinking a little bit more about the future rather than the present moment. Start thinking and preparing yourself for that moment rather than constantly worrying and thinking you're going to do it tomorrow, or do you know what, you've still got time, or that it's still all right. Because time will creep up on you. And how many of you go watch a film and turn around and see when it was made, something like 2008, and you can't believe it. You go, fuck me, that was 10 years ago we watched that film, or this film came out. And how quickly have those 10 years gone by? I look at my daughter, who was born last year. She's 17 months. And we was out at Sunday lunch yesterday and was like, where's that year and 7 months gone? Where's it gone? A year and a half almost, or over a year and a half. And it's just disappeared like that. And I was trying to reflect in the last 17 months about what have I actually achieved in 17 months. And I had to sit down and write down everything that I had achieved just to prove to myself I was moving forwards. The time just flitters by so quickly. Before you know it, it'll be fucking 2019. And then what? So listen. Start reflecting, start thinking about your future, start looking at the level you're at, start manning up, start fucking leveling up. It's time to step up a level, it's time to make sure that we're making better decisions, it's time to make sure that we're making better decisions not only for now but for our future and our children and your children and their children, so that you're around to fucking see all that. And that's the most important thing. That should be your commitment, your drive to eating better, to moving more, to having a better state of mind. All these things are so important. Listen, if that makes sense, what I want you to do is just start fucking hammering down the thumb button, okay? The blue thumb button. It's just, obviously, it's very difficult when I talk to a phone. It looks weird as fuck to anyone walking past. But just so that that makes sense. If that makes sense, then just, you know, let me know. Tell me what level you're at. And start thinking a little bit more about the future, guys. Okay? Because at some point, there will be no tomorrow. At some point, there will be no future because we'll be gone. Do you know what I mean? And that is what's so important, guys. That you start thinking about your tomorrow. That you start making sense of the situation. And so that's where self-reflection starts from. You can either do the bronze, silver, gold, or you could do the grade yourself 1 out of 10, 1 being low, 10 being high, however you want to fucking do it. Be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror and go, am I at the best level I can be? Am I performing? Do I need to level up? And you'll probably find the answer is yes. All right, guys, listen, I shall catch you tomorrow, as there's plenty of content going out today at some point. But I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great Monday. Stay alert, stay alive, for fuck's sake. Fucking dogs sabotaging my live feeds all the time. And I'll catch you real soon.